October 1st, 60 years of independence, a day that should be filled with celebration, right? But for James, sitting in the half-light of his Lagos apartment, it felt different. The air was thick. Not with joy, but with the heavy silence of disappointment. He stared at the TV, where politicians in crisp green and white were giving speeches, their words echoing promises that felt hollow, promises made year after year. The contrast was jarring. Outside his window, the city pulsed with a nervous energy. A far cry from the celebrations on screen, his phone buzzed. It was Prince, his childhood friend. The call connected, and Prince's voice, usually booming with laughter, was low, strained. "Happy Independence Day, my brother," he said, the words laced with a bitter irony. James sighed. "Is it happy, Prince? Is it really?" He walked over to his window, looking down at the street. 60 years, and what do we have to show for it? Potholes that could swallow a car, a power grid that plays hide and seek, and leaders who treat the national treasury like their personal piggy bank. Prince's voice crackled on the other end. "I hear you. I just saw another video online. Another young man. Another accidental discharge. It makes my blood boil, James. We're supposed to be free. But we're afraid. Afraid of the very people meant to protect us." The weight of their shared frustration hung in the air between them, a tangible thing that stretched across the phone line. They spoke of their dreams, dreams they had as kids, of a Nigeria that would lead Africa, a place of innovation and pride. Now, those dreams felt like distant memories, buried under years of corruption and broken systems. The conversation lulled, the silence filled with unspoken anger and a deep, gnawing sadness. James felt a familiar sense of hopelessness creeping in. The kind that whispered it was pointless to even try. That nothing would ever change. He thought of the protests, the hashtags, the cries for a better nation that seemed to fade into the noise. Was this it? Was this their inheritance? A legacy of struggle and what-ifs? Just as the despair threatened to consume him, his other phone rang. It was a video call. A bright, smiling face popped up on the screen. It was Chisom, his little niece, calling from his sister's home in the village. She was waving a small, handmade Nigerian flag, her eyes sparkling with pure, unadulterated joy. "Uncle James, happy birthday, Nigeria," she squealed, her voice a melody that cut through the gloom. "Mummy said we are 60. I'm only 6. That means Nigeria is 10 times older than me." James couldn't help but smile, a real, genuine smile that reached his eyes. Prince, hearing the little girl's cheerful voice, chuckled on the other line. "Who's that? Your little madam?" James turned the phone so Prince could see Chisom. She waved enthusiastically at the screen. "Hello, Uncle Prince, are you coming for the party? We have cake." Looking at her innocent, hopeful face, something shifted inside James. All the anger, the frustration, it was still there, but it was joined by something else, a flicker of warmth, a reminder of what they were fighting for. It wasn't just about the anger at the present, it was about the love for the future, for Chisom's generation. He looked out the window again. The sun was beginning to set, painting the Lagos sky in hues of orange and purple. It was beautiful, flawed, chaotic, but beautiful. "Yes, my dear," James said, his voice soft. "Happy birthday, Nigeria." He ended the call with Prince, promising to talk later. For the first time all day, he felt a lightness in his chest. The fight was long, the road was hard, but in the laughter of a child, in the unbreakable bond of friendship, and in the stubborn beauty of a sunset over Lagos, there was hope. A promise that a new day would dawn, and maybe, just maybe, it would be a better one. Thanks for watching.